Hello everyone, welcome to our YouTube channel Codeline. In the previous video, you have seen the basic elements of C language: escape sequence, telegraph sequence, constants, data types, keywords, and identifiers. Today we are going to see integer constant. Before starting integer constant, let us revise constant. Constant is a value that cannot be changed during the execution of the program. Constant is divided into three categories, that is numeric constant, character constant, and string constant. Numeric constant. Numeric constant is further divided into two more categories, that is integer constant and real constant. So let us start with integer constant. Integer constants are whole number which have no decimal point. It means there will be a no point between the number. Integer constant have three more types which are based on number system. That is decimal constant with base 10, octal constant base 8, hexadecimal constant with base 16. You are going to study about these bases in logic design like subject. So let us see the range. In decimal you have a range from 0 to 9, that is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. In octal you have a range from 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, that is 0 to 7. In hexadecimal you have a range from 0 to 15. So let us see 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and A, B, C, D, E, F. Now you will have a question why we have written these alphabets in hexadecimal. So it is a format of writing the numbers above the 9 and these values are representing number only. So A is representing 10, B is representing 11, C is representing 12, D is representing 13, E is representing 40 and F is representing 15. Now let us see some example. So we have an example of decimal, that is 123 3705 23759. In octal constant the first digit is 0, that is 070 and 777. In hexadecimal the first two characters are 0x or 0 small x. Here we have some example like 0x triple F, 0x515. You are going to study more about these constant in different subjects where you have to do conversion and many more things. Moving to the next. Real constant or real floating point constant. These are the constants which have decimal point. Here we have some example like 0.5, 0.256, 4000.0, etc. For expressing a very large or very small constant, exponential form is used. In exponential form, the number is written in two form, that is exponent form and mantissa. Example, here we have like 25 with 0 8 times, that is 2.5 into 10 to the 9. Here we are going to write this exponential form of this number, that is 2.5 e to power 9. From the other example we have 2.5 as a mantissa and 9 as an exponent. So moving to the next, that is character constant. A character constant is a single character, means only one character is allowed between the as a character constant and these character constants are enclosed within the single quotes. And the thing you have to note that every character has unique integer value. It means the character constant which is containing only one character as a input has an integer value and these values are represented from ASCII. ASCII stands for American Standard Code for Information Interchange. Here we have some example like 9, D, etc. Here we also have invalid example. Now let us see why they are invalid. Like single quotes 4. Why it is wrong? We have studied above that only one character is allowed within the single quotes. and here we have 4 characters, which is wrong. Moving to the next, D with double quotes. In character constant, you have to use only single quotes, and here we are using double quotes. That's why it is an invalid. So look into the Y. Here only one character is present, but single quotes are missing. So in this way, these are invalid example. So moving to the next, that is string constant. String constant can have 0, 1, more or more than one character. String constants are enclosed between double quotes. Here we have some example, Kumar 593 and many more. The things you have to note between the string constant and character constant is that in character constant, single quotes are used and only one character is allowed. Where in string constant, you will use double quotes and more than one character is allowed. Here we have some note. Let's see. Here A with double quotes and A with single quotes are different. Here A with double quotes is a string constant, where A with single quote is a character constant, as well as it is going to represent an integer value from a sky table. So let us move to next. Symbolic constant. Symbolic constants are used to define a name as a value, so that instead of writing a long value, we can use name. Here we have a syntax, hash define name value. The name should be in uppercase. Let's see example, hash define max 100. It means that whenever you're going to see the max as a name in the program, it will replace by value 100. Similarly, hash define pi 3.142. It means whenever you're going to see the pi, that pi will be replaced by 3.142 integer value. Symbolic constants are defined at the start of the program. Means when you include a header file, then only after the header file you have to define symbolic constant. You cannot declare in the mid of the program. Now let us see variable. Variables are the names that are used to store value. Variables can take different values but once at a time. Whenever you declare a variable, a data type is there which tells what type of value can be entered in a variable. Let's have an example. Int x. It means variable x will going to have a value of integer type. Similarly, int sum. Here sum is a variable of int type, means only integer value will be stored. The rules for naming of variables are same as that of naming identifiers, which you have already seen in previous video. Moving to the next. Declaration of a variable. It is must to declare a variable in the program before using it. Declaration of a variable tells the variable name and its data type. Here we have a syntax of declaration of a variable. Data type, variable name, semicolon. Let us see example like int c means c is a variable of int type. Float a means a is a variable of float type. Double d means d is a variable of float type, and you can have a look to more example here. Here we have declared int x semicolon, then in next line int y. It is a way of declaring different variables in different lines, or you can declare these variables in one line also. That is int x comma y comma total. Here these three variables that are total, x, y are of int type. It is just a format. You can choose anyone. Moving to the next, that is initialization of variable. Whenever you declare a variable in a program, it contains some undefined value. This undefined value is known as garbage value. To remove this garbage value, you initialize a variable, means you give a value to a variable doing the programming, and this is known as initialization of the variable. Let's see example, that is int x is equals to 35. Here you have declare a variable of you have declared a variable x of int type, and you have initialized a value 35 to the x, means x will be containing the value 35. Similarly, int x comma y comma sum is equals to 0. Here these three variables, that is sum, y, x, are of int type, but here sum is only initialized with 0 value. Similarly, float a equals to 20.5. Here a is a variable of float type, and you have initialized it with a value 20.5, and many more examples can be there, and you will get more familiar with these initialization declaration while doing programming. Thank you.